Hello everyone, good morning. Before we start today's class, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Reki, Katisaya Susilo, with student number 2003741. And this special occasion, I want to try to tell you and teaching you about how to buy things and try to bargain in the market. As we know that we are the non-speaker English, we may have a difficulty to try to buy something in other country which using a total different language than us, right? So in this special occasion, I want to try to help you in trying to tell you about how to buy things and sell things, how to buy things and bargain in the market. So I want to tell you about the purpose too, because the purpose of this class is to help you understand the mechanism and sell and buy things in the market. Therefore, in this today class, I just want to focus on how to buy things more than how is to sell things, because I just want to give you some explanation about how to buy things. And the second one is I want to help you to do the bargain with the seller part, because as we can see and as we know, bargain is some activity that needs a special skill that allow people to influence other, so that the other person is going to be agree with our condition. So that's why I want to try to give tips maybe on or give you the right way to try to bargain with the seller. Before we start the class, I want to ask all of you, is there any one of you ever, accompany your mother or your father to the market? Yeah, good. Okay, thank you for the story. And how about it? Oh, yeah, right. As we heard from others, from our friends, we can see that they're trying to buy the things that they need, right? Or they're trying to buy you some toys or a food, right? That's how we are trying to buy things in the market. So, if we're trying to make a conclusion from the story that we heard, we can see that what kind of activity that we do in the market is usually, or the main activity is buying and selling activity. But as I said, and the second one is you can see that people usually in the market of course, because in supermarket or any modern market, they all usually have a fixed price so that people cannot do the bargain. But in the market, usually people try to bargain with seller. So let's jump to this step. In today's class, I just want to focus on 2 points in buy and bargain with seller. The first one is how to get the best item, and the second one is how to lower the price and get a discount from the seller. So the first one is how to get the best items. In here we have some explanation about how we are trying to start the conversation, or what kind of question that we have to ask to the seller before we buy things. The first one is the buyer said something like this: which one of this fruit did come this morning? This question is tend to have to make us know that how fresh the fruit is. So if we want to get the best item, which is, if we're talking about fruit, we have to know about which one the fruit is the fresher and the good, right? So if we know which one the fruit that come this morning. We can see and compare the others, and we can try to find the best and the fresh fruit from the seller. So the second example is this. How long did this fish been displayed here? As we can see, this is probably kind of same with the first one, which is talking about the freshness of the product. In the second example, they trying to buy fish, and they trying to find out about how long that the fish has been displayed in here, because as we know that selling things not always gone in one day. Probably it's going to be more than one day. So this question can help us to know that how fresh the fish is and how can we get fresh items. And the third explanation and the third example is about how we are trying to find out about how much that the things that we want to buy is. We can say something like this. How much for this one? So when we are trying to buy things, we can pick up the item that we want to buy, and we try to ask the seller like, how much for this one? So that's how we try. That's how we buy things from others in English. And now we go into the second point in this today class. The second point is how to get a lower price and how to get a discount the seller. As I say before, doing a bargain is not an easy just like a normal conversation. No, because bargain needs to make the other person is agree with the condition that we are trying to give to them. So in that case, we have to use some kind of special words, or we have to say something to make them want to lower the price. So in the first example, we can say something like this. We can say the situation is something like this. The buyer said like something like, how much for this one? And probably the seller will say something like this, like, oh, that's $10 for each kilogram. I think it's kind of pricey, right? $10 for 1 kilogram item. It's like, oh, that is too much. Can you lower the price, please? See, the word that is too much and the word please is going to try to communicate and trying to bargain with the seller. So with using this question, we try to bargain with the seller. So hopefully that they will get and they will give us the lower price. So second example is the situation may be something like this. How can I get for this one? How much for this one? The seller maybe said like, that item is $5 each. I mean, $5 each is something, it's kind of pricey too, right? Maybe for a student like us. Then we can say something like this. Maybe after we try to lower the price, but the seller said no. Maybe we can say something like this. All right, but at least can I get this too with that price, please? So we're trying to bargain with the seller to get another item with that money, right? So probably with using this, we can bargain with the people. Now, so if we pay attention from before, we can see that there is some special and important words, which is please, at least, like much, which, lower, and how. So there are some words that we have to use to bargain with the people. And now it's time to the task. Can I please? Can all of you try to make a list things that we want to buy and bargain the price of the items? Yeah, just make a list, and how you try to communicate with the person or the seller. With 5 minutes, okay? Good. Yes, all of you have already done? Yep. All of you already did the right thing, and I'm really proud of all of you. And I think that will be the end of our class. Thank you for listening, and thank you for attending this class. And yeah, thank you.